Before you call her the one, before you buy flowers, commit your time, or give her your loyalty, stop. Look again. Because if she doesn't show you this one thing first, you're not in love. You're in danger. Most men never learn this until they're already emotionally drained, financially depleted, or trapped in a relationship that silently kills their confidence. The truth? You were never supposed to love blindly. Real love isn't just about chemistry, it's about discernment. And the kind of woman you give your heart to will either multiply your life or drain it. Let's break the silence. Here are 5 things you must see in a woman before you fall in love. Psychologically proven, emotionally real, and brutally honest. She respects your time and your boundaries before anything romantic begins. That's not a bonus. It's a baseline. If she doesn't, she's not ready for a man, she's looking for a project. Before you even invest your emotions, you need to see how she handles your no, your schedule, your space. Because that's the raw truth of who she is. Not when things are easy, but when she's told, not yet. Respect isn't tested in compliments. It's revealed in conflict. The moment you set a boundary and she reacts with guilt trips, cold behavior, or emotional manipulation, understand this, you're not with a partner. You're with someone who sees your life as something to control, not support. And it starts small. She might question why you're working late. She might just show up unannounced. She might test how far she can push before you bend. These aren't accidents, they're signals. A woman who respects your boundaries sees them as proof of strength, not rejection. She knows your time isn't a weapon, it's a resource, and she honors it, even if she wants more of you. Why? Because she's not needy. She's emotionally secure. And secure women don't demand, they align. Most men are never taught to check this. We're trained to chase, to give, to prove ourselves. But what if the greatest power you have as a man? This is why you don't give away easily. Your time, your attention, your availability. The man who guards these things forces the world to rise to his standard, and the right woman will respect it. So don't fall for her potential, don't let beauty blind you, and don't assume she'll change with time. Watch how she treats your limits now, because that's how she'll treat your soul later. She can handle the word no without punishing you emotionally. This one is non-negotiable. If a woman cannot handle the word no without withdrawing love, creating guilt, or emotionally punishing you, you're not in a relationship. You're in a silent emotional war. And here's the truth most men don't want to admit. The way she responds to no tells you exactly how safe your future with her will be. You say no to a date, she suddenly gets cold. You say no to something she wants, she posts a cryptic story or withdraws her attention. You say no to something that doesn't align with your priorities, she acts like you've betrayed her. These are not random reactions. They are psychological signs of emotional immaturity and conditional love. A mature, secure woman respects that no is part of real intimacy. She knows boundaries aren't barriers. They're bridges to understanding each other better. She doesn't see your refusal as rejection. She sees it as an opportunity to learn how you think, what you value, and where your priorities lie. And if she can't accept that, she's not looking for love. She's looking for control. So many men live in silent tension because they fear upsetting her. They avoid conflict, say yes when they mean no, and suppress their instincts just to keep the peace. But peace without honesty is not peace. It's a prison. And over time, the man in that position becomes emotionally drained, mentally dulled, and spiritually small. That's the cost of avoiding truth just to maintain attraction. You want to know if she's truly for you? Say no once and watch her closely. Not with anger, with clarity. Her reaction will expose her emotional wiring more than 1,000 compliments ever will. The right woman won't guilt you. She won't weaponize her silence. She won't punish your honesty. Instead, she'll lean into communication, not manipulation, because she wants the real you, not a version of you she can control. The strongest relationships are built on truth that's tested and survived. If she can't survive a boundary, she won't survive a commitment. So before you love her deeply, test what happens when you protect your voice. If she walks away from that, she was never walking with you in the first place. She supports your vision, not just her desire to feel secure. Too many men fall into relationships where their dreams slowly die, not because they lacked ambition, but because the woman beside them only supported what made her feel safe. Let's be real. A woman who loves the idea of you, but not the mission that drives you, is not your partner. She's a passenger, and passengers can't help you build an empire. Every man has a purpose deep in his gut, a fire that pushes him toward meaning, not just money. Whether it's business, mastery, impact, or leadership, that purpose needs fuel, space, and sometimes sacrifice. The woman who's truly aligned with you won't compete with that purpose. She'll protect it. She won't ask you to dim your light just so she can feel more comfortable in the shadows. A lot of women say they want an ambitious man, but when ambition costs time, attention, and late nights, grinding, many pull away. They say they feel neglected or unsure about the future. They love the benefits of your ambition, not the process it demands. And that's dangerous, because a man who sacrifices his purpose to maintain peace in the relationship eventually becomes a man she doesn't respect anymore. Here's the truth. Real love doesn't demand you shrink. It demands you rise. And the right woman rises with you. She doesn't just want to feel secure today. She wants to help build the future that makes you both proud tomorrow. She's not asking for guarantees. She's offering support during the uncertainty. That kind of woman is rare, but if you find her, she's priceless. You'll know her by how she reacts when you talk about your goals. Her eyes light up, her energy shifts. She asks how she can help, not how soon you can slow down. She encourages your time alone to create, not just time together to entertain. She's not afraid of your growth because she's not afraid of being left behind. She's working on herself, too. A relationship without shared vision becomes a cage, but a relationship with aligned purpose becomes a launch pad. Don't choose love that clips your wings. Choose the woman who hands you the map and says, "Go fly. I'll meet you at the top." She takes responsibility for her own emotions. This one separates women who are ready for love from those who are just ready for attention. Because if a woman doesn't own her emotions, she will make you responsible for every storm she feels. One bad mood, one trigger, one misinterpretation, and suddenly you're walking on eggshells. That's not a relationship. It's emotional babysitting. A mature woman doesn't make you pay for what the world did to her. She doesn't punish you for her past, lash out when she's hurt, or collapse into silence just to make you chase her. That's not depth. That's dysfunction disguised as being emotional. And too many men confuse emotional volatility with passion, when in reality, it's a lack of emotional control. The truth is this: no matter how much you love her, you cannot fix what she won't take responsibility for. Her insecurity isn't yours to fix. Her jealousy isn't your fault. Her mood swings aren't your punishment to absorb. If she doesn't work on her emotional world, she'll use yours as a dumping ground. And over time, that erodes your strength and silences your voice. But a powerful woman, she feels everything and still owns her reaction. She knows it's okay to cry, to feel triggered, to even be afraid, but she doesn't weaponize those emotions. She doesn't blame, she doesn't deflect, she processes, she reflects, and then she communicates. That's real emotional intelligence, and it's rare. Psychologically, this kind of self-regulation is one of the strongest indicators of long-term relationship success. Why? Because love isn't just built on connection. It's built on how both people handle conflict, pressure, and pain. And if her default reaction is to explode, withdraw, or manipulate, no amount of love will make that sustainable. The woman you want beside you is the one who has done her inner work. She's not perfect, but she's aware, and she chooses growth over drama, healing over blame, responsibility over reaction. With her, your peace multiplies, your mission thrives. Your mind stays sharp. So before you give her your heart, ask yourself, does she take ownership of how she feels, or does she expect you to fix it? Because the second one isn't love. It's a job, and it will drain the life out of you. She treats you with consistent respect, even when she doesn't get her way. Respect isn't real if it only shows up when everything is going her way. Anyone can be kind, loving, and gentle when they feel happy and comfortable. But the true test of a woman's character, the kind of character you build a future with, is how she treats you when she feels disappointed, frustrated, or challenged. Too many men ignore this warning sign early on. They confuse temporary affection with long-term respect. But listen carefully. If she insults you, mocks your ideas, questions your masculinity, or talks down to you when she's upset, that's not passion. That's a power play, and over time, it destroys your confidence, corrodes your identity, and makes you second-guess your own truth. A woman who respects you only when she gets what she wants doesn't respect you. She respects control. And when you no longer serve that control, the real version of her will show. She'll start using sarcasm as a weapon. She'll talk about you differently around her friends. She'll bring up your weaknesses during arguments. And you'll start shrinking, not out of love, but out of fear of losing the little piece you have left. But a high-value woman, one who's emotionally grounded and psychologically mature, knows how to express disappointment without destruction. She can disagree without degrading you. She can feel misunderstood without making you the enemy. Because for her, respect isn't conditional. It's foundational. This kind of woman knows that love is not just chemistry, it's character. And when she respects you through conflict, not just comfort, that's when you know she's truly for you. She protects your dignity even in disagreement. She guards your masculinity even in moments of hurt. And most importantly, she sees you not just as a provider or protector, but as a human being worthy of care, even when things get hard. Psychologically, respect in conflict is one of the strongest predictors of relationship longevity. Because life won't always be smooth. You'll disagree, you'll disappoint, you'll stumble. But the woman who holds you in high regard, even then, that's rare, that's powerful. That's the one you don't walk away from. So don't settle for temporary sweetness. Look for consistent respect. That's not just how you'll know she loves you, that's how you'll know she's safe to build a life with.